So there were very nice part of the discussion, and the last part, the third part, was very fun because the goal of this activity was to create or maybe build the school building from Cards for Democracy. So each group got 40 cards and had 10 minutes to create the model of school building, in which walls, ceiling, floor, door, etc. had been made from Card for Democracy. And then that had to introduce the results of the work and show the motivation, the chosen way of creating the school building. So
very interesting and very creative way of using the cards.
Yeah, a little bit different from the learning scenario which you have created.
Yes, and it could be a new scenario. What I really like about your activity is the use of the body, because we tend to think about these problems with our head, but we also can access deeper sources of knowing when we're also using our body to express situations that are very close to our real life situations. So I think your activity is very powerful in that sense. And so I will ask you after, do you have any description of your training session, and maybe we can adapt and publish with you on this?
Yes, because we prepared the final publication and it is disseminated off our project website. So I can share the link with you, of course.
Okay, that would be very important.
The publication is in Polish and English as well.
And English. Okay.
So everybody can use the idea as well. It was prepared, and the concept of the workshop has been developed by 3 teachers from my school with my coordination, as I can say,
And it's so nice also to see teacher education that is organized by teachers themselves. Which is probably also a very good way to make sure that the content of the workshop is very close to the needs of teachers, because they are the first stakeholders.
So it was a great challenge for us because teachers trained other teachers. We are only teachers, we are not trainers. But the final results was very successful.
I do believe that peer training is something that is very important to develop.
Yes, and many teachers from our school as well as from Norwegian school declared that the Cards for Democracy are great tools for using with students. So they declared they will use it with students and share the activities later. So we are waiting now.
Oh, I am waiting too. I'm waiting too. I suppose that it is something that would help them get feedback from students on their practice and to assess the extent to which they are democratic in their practice or not. Yes?
Yes, so I will share.
I'm really looking forward to that, because we had never thought of this kind of use of the cards. And Malgorzata, you shared a video. So I was wanting to share my screen now and put extract of this video, and maybe you can tell us something afterwards about it. Okay, so I'm going to share.
Yes, this is a set activity where teachers build the school building from Cards for Democracy.
Yes.
And we had a lot of fun, as you see. So not very serious. And after each part, poster had been prepared.
This is really amazing. Thank you so much for sharing this and for making this video. It does look like they're having fun. I am surprised at how outside of the box you were in using these cards. It's the first time I see a practitioner use these cards and really create another type of activity, moving from practices to even what a building should look like, because it's true that school buildings reflect also what values we have in education. If all the classroom settings are the same with the teacher transmitting, then we see a certain setting. If it's cooperative learning, we'll see a different setting. So I really enjoy how you're relating the physical environment, the building, the classroom, with teachers' capacities and competencies for democracy. I think that's very, very original and creative.
We have very creative teachers. So this is what I mentioned before, that the workshops have been developed by 3 of the teachers from my school. So the idea came from them. And I think that this kind of creativity which were shown here can be also used with students, because when teachers are creative, they can help students to be creative as well.
Yes, absolutely. And enjoying learning makes you want to help others enjoy their learning also. So the experience of enjoying our learning is very
this is what we love and what we focus on, that we don't want lesson when students are silent. Only I and teachers also like lessons when everybody are in move, everybody can discuss, and everybody can share their reflections. So this is important for give your students a voice. This is important for us, for us. Not we teachers talk on the lessons, but give our students voice. So really, Pestalozzi gave me really a lot, And now I follow your website, Pascal, Learn to Change as well, and take a lot of ideas from there. And cards for the democracy have been using for the first time in my case, but it's really a great tool to use with teachers, for teachers development, for teacher training, but also in the classroom. And we will see how it looks.
What you're saying now makes me think of another question. It's the first time you were using it, and so what prompted you to use them this time?
Most when I planned this project, when I applied for this project, I wanted to make something innovative. So the first idea came to me from the cards, how to use cards for democracy, because it's not known in my country. It's completely new. So really, it is very innovative way of sharing, of learning, of teaching, and that's why I use it. And now I am trying to disseminate it in Poland. So we also had a webinar in June. We had a webinar where we invited teachers, educators from all over the Poland, and we showed them how we use it.
Oh, that's nice.
So it's not only in our school, but I try to show it in wider community.
We're very grateful for all the work that you're doing. Thank you so much, Malgorzata, for your information, for your involvement, for your creativity, for your activism, because I think doing things like you're doing is also something that is supported by values and takes some courage to do things differently. What would you say about that?
Yes, especially nowadays when we live in such difficult times. Democracy is a very important topic.
Yes.
So we have to disseminate and work with it as much as possible. And the easiest way for us is to start it from education, because we are teachers. So we can share with our students and we can talk about this with them. But it is a very important topic just now, especially nowadays.
I couldn't agree more.
Thank you, Pascal, for offering me this. It's my pleasure. Thank
Oh,
you. Thank you
I'm
very much.
inspired. It's a great way to start my day with you today. Really, it always makes me very
It's a pleasure.
joyful
It's a
and full of
pleasure.
hope when I see educators who take their role seriously and develop their values through their practice. That's something that really makes my day.
Thank you very much.
Thank you,
Thank you so much.
Malgorzata. Take care and plenty of good things in all the activities you do. We'll talk soon.
Thank you very much.